Good morning, students. Welcome to my class. Today I shall continue with the chapter Polynomial of class 9 Mathematics. In the previous class, we have learned about the value of a polynomial and the zero of a polynomial. So if we replace x of any polynomial with any real value, then that value of px is known as the value of the polynomial at x equals to that real value. We have done this. Similarly, if replacing x by any real number gives the answer as 0, means px becomes 0, then we say that real value of x is the 0 of the polynomial. So today I'll show you how to calculate the 0 of a polynomial. This is a polynomial px equals to x plus 5. We have to find the 0 of the polynomial. Now finding the 0 of a polynomial is same as solving the equation px equals to 0. So if we replace px with the polynomial x plus 5 equals to 0, so x equals to minus 5. That means the 0 of this polynomial is minus 5. Let us verify. So px equals to x plus 5. Now let me replace x with minus 5. So that gives minus 5 plus 5 equal to 0. Hence it is verified that minus 5 is the 0 of the polynomial. So in this way, any polynomial is given to us, we can simply use this equation px equals to 0 to find the 0 of any polynomial. Let me give you another example. Suppose is px equals to px equals to 2x plus 5. 2x plus 5. So same way, I'm going to use this equation px equals to 0, or we can write 2x plus 5 equals to 0, which implies 2x equals to minus 5. This plus 5 will become minus 5 when it will change the side, and x equals to minus 5 upon 2. So here the 0 of this polynomial is minus 5 upon 2. We can verify in the same way. If we put the value of x as minus 5 by 2, it will be easily verified. Let us check. 2x plus 5, so I am replacing x with minus 5 by 2. So here 2 and 2 will be cancelled. So minus 5 plus 5, that is 0. So minus 5 by 2 is the 0 of this polynomial, and the verification is also done. Let me give some more example, like px equals to 3x. Px equals to 3x. We have to find the 0 of this polynomial. So 3x equals to 0, or x equals to 0 upon 3, that is 0. We can say that 0 is the 0 of the polynomial 3x. Similarly, px equals to cx plus d. This is a polynomial given cx plus d. We have to find its 0. So again, use the same equation cx plus d equals to 0, which implies cx equals to minus d, which implies x equals to minus d upon c. So here minus d upon c is the 0 of this polynomial. Hope you have understood. It is very easy one. Only just use this equation, calculate the value of x, and that is the answer. That is the 0 of any polynomial. Now we'll learn about the remainder theorem. So let me consider two real values, 21 and 5. So if I divide 21 by 5, 5 4s are 20, I am getting the remainder as 1. So I can write 21 equals to 5 multiplied by 4 plus 1. Note that 21 is the dividend, 5 is the divisor, 4 is the quotient obtained, and 1 is the remainder. Similarly, if I take another number, suppose I am taking 39 and 13. So if 39 is divided by 13, quotient is 3 and the remainder becomes 0. So I can write 39 equals to 13 multiplied, the quotient is 3, so multiplied by 3, and here is the remainder 0. Now consider these two examples. Here when 21 is divided by 5, I am getting the remainder as 1. So I can say that 5 is not a factor of 21, or 21 is not a multiple of 5, because remainder is 1. But here 39 when divided by 13, we are getting the remainder 0. So we can say that 13 is a factor of 39, or 39 is a multiple of 13, because we have obtained the remainder as 0. So hope you have understood factor and multiple when one real number is divided by another. Now consider another polynomial, x cube plus 2x squared minus x. We have to divide this polynomial by x. Now see what we are getting as the quotient and the remainder. So we can write like this: x cube divided by x plus 2x square divided by x minus x divided by x. So here it is x square plus 2x minus 1. So here also the whole polynomial x cube plus 2x square minus x is divisible by is divided by x, and we are getting the quotient as x square plus 2x minus 1. So we can write x cube plus 2x square minus x equals to, the divisor is x, so x square plus 2x plus minus 1 and the remainder is 0. Understood? So here we are getting the dividend as the given polynomial x cube plus 2x square minus x. X is the divisor, quotient is x square plus 2x minus 1, and 0 is the remainder. So we can easily divide one polynomial with another polynomial. So you have noticed that x is the common factor of all the terms in this given polynomial. That is why this polynomial is exactly divisible by x and the remainder is becoming 0. So we can say that x is a factor of this polynomial, or this given polynomial, that is x cube plus 2x square minus x, is a multiple of x. One more example. Here 3x square plus x minus 1 is divided by x plus 1. So let me show you what is the result coming. X plus 1. So here it is x and there is x, 3x square. So to be multiplied with 3x. So when x is multiplied with 3x, we will get 3x square, and 1 will be multiplied with 3x, so we will get 3x. So these two will be cancelled. X minus 3x is minus 2x minus 1. Now here it is x and here it is minus 2x. So I have to multiply x with minus 2. So this multiplied with minus 2 will give minus 2x, and plus 1 multiplied with minus 2 is minus 2. I have to change the sign as here. So this minus 2x will be cancelled. This is minus 1 plus 2, 1 is the remainder. So here when 3x square plus x minus 1 is divided by x plus 1, we are getting the quotient as 3x minus 2 and the remainder as 1. So we can write 3x square plus x minus 1 equals to, our divisor is x plus 1. So x plus 1 and quotient is 3x minus 2 and remainder is plus 1. So we can say, since the remainder is 1, we can say that x plus 1 is not a factor of 3x square plus x minus 1. In other words, 3x square plus x minus 1 is not a multiple of x plus 1 because the remainder is 1. Understood? So after doing all these divisions, we finally approach to the remainder theorem, which says that if px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equals to 1 and let a be any real number. Now if px is divided by the linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is pa. Means if px is the polynomial and it is divided by x minus a, then remainder will be pa. Or we can say that if we replace the x of the polynomial by a, since it is divided by x minus a, then we have to take x equals to a. So if we replace x by a, then we will get the remainder as pa. Therefore we obtain the remainder in two different ways. One by directly dividing a polynomial with another polynomial, or in the second method, that is the remainder theorem, we have to replace x by any real value a, then also we will get the remainder. And with the help of this remainder theorem, we can easily find the remainder of any type of polynomial. Hope this is clear to you. Now you go for doing the same sum in two different ways and obtain the remainder. First by direct division method, by dividing one polynomial with another polynomial, and then by using the remainder theorem and check whether you are getting the same remainder or not. Of course you will get the same remainder. So practice some more sums either from your textbook or from any other reference book, and try to do the sums. It will become more clear to you. Till then, bye. We'll meet in the next class.